quick break with Paris. I'm your host, Paris, and this is episode 1. In this episode, before we get in, how are you? How's school? How's work? How's life in general? Is there anything that has happened that you just want to share? I'm in the comments. As for me, school started and I saw my timetable. Imagine having to dedicate an entire day, that entire day, morning till evening, you'll be in school and there's no break in between. You're having classes back to back that entire day. But yeah, everything is fine. Everything's alright. We are doing everything for the degree, right? But I guess that is how hectic it has been lately. But let me know in the comments how yours has been. Before we talk about the anime, I want to share a story time. A story time about how I met my university person. A university person would be someone you met in university that just made it much more fun, much more filled with experience. The person just made university better. To me, my university person is Lydia. I know she's listening to this. This story is about how we met, what a water bottle can do for you. We had a class that morning. I've forgotten the day, but we had a class around 10 to 12. At the end of the class, we had another one around 3 p.m. But if you don't get on time, you won't see a good seat. So me and a few classmates of mine were like, we'll go to the library that's close to this second venue. Then around maybe 2:30, we'll go to the second venue for class. On our way there, we're having this conversation about a certain anime genre. We're just talking about it, and she shipped in with so much excitement, just like I was. And I looked at her and I was like, she's talking. Because every time I see her or I get a glimpse of her, she either has her AirPods in or she's listening to music or listening to a podcast. She just felt distant. And I was intrigued. I wanted to know about her, but I didn't want to infringe her space. So I just let her be. Then she shipped in, we're talking and we're having this conversation. And after the conversation had died down a bit, me and her kept on talking about it like a lot. We're just listening some. And halfway to the library, I realized I forgot my water can. I was like, guys, where's my water can? They were like, it's like you forgot it in the class. And they were already at the library, so they can't follow me back. And I was like, oh, no problem. And I was about to turn around and walk back on my own, but Lydia was like, let's go together. I was happy. I didn't even ask. She was just like, let's go together now. Let's go and get your water can. And in that moment, I wanted to hug her so tight because I was dreading trekking back to the venue because the distance is long. I was dreading trekking back, then going to the library to meet them. I was just like dreading the entire situation. But she made it better. On our way to the class to find my water can, we kept on talking about different things. I found out that she's a reader. She reads lots of books. She was not sharing some to me. And I also write books. She was like, wow. And we're just having this conversation, like connecting, and it was just flowing like we've known each other forever. And it was just so nice. I keep remembering it and it always makes me happy the way we met. We got to the class. I looked for my water can. I saw it, thankfully. And we walked back to class. And since then, we've been inseparable. Imagine twinning so hard, you guys got the same type of phone. Just putting it out there. Tell me in the comments or share a story with me of how you met your university person, and I'll tell you my story is better. But feel free to share yours. Now for the anime of this episode. Did you guess the anime right? Drum roll, please. The anime of this episode is Attack on Titan. So, Attack on Titan is my all-time favorite anime. I loved that anime so much. And it was one of the first animes I watched when I was getting into watching anime. Because before I was mostly watching rom-coms that were 12 or 14, highest 20 something episodes long. So I've not really stepped foot into the anime world properly. But there was this girl when I was in SS2 that recommended, she was like, oh, you watch anime? I was like, yeah. She was like, watch Attack on Titan. It's still serialized. I think when I started watching it, there were like 3 seasons out. So I said I'll try it because I was also skeptical. I was like, what's this anime going to be about? But I sat down and I watched episode 1 playing before my eyes. And the ending rocked me to the core. If you watch Attack on Titan and you remember the ending of episode 1, there's no way you could forget that ending. It was just mind-blowing. So after I watched episode 1 and I was intrigued, I kept on watching, I kept on waiting, and I watched it till the end. So Attack on Titan follows Eren and his friends, mostly Eren. Eren searching for freedom, always wanting to leave the walls that were protecting them from these giant humanoid creatures. So the wall that protected him broke and the Titans were flooding in. The Survey Corps came, but they were too late. Eren lost everything. And in this fit of revenge, he wants to get revenge. He hated Titans so much. So he joined the Survey Corps. The Survey Corps are soldiers who, they have different departments. I've forgotten them. But they are soldiers who protect the inner wall, who also go out to fight the Titans. Eren decided to join him. Eren and his friend Mikasa and Armin. Mikasa is the sweetest. No, wait. She is sweet, but she's coldly sweet. She's actually very sweet to Eren and Armin, the people that she's close to. But outsider's point of view, she's cold, distant, but she's a girl boss character. I really like Mikasa. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, they join the Survey Corps and they start fighting. They start training to go out to fight Titans. During their training act, when they were sea soldiers, we got to meet different other characters like Sasha. Sasha is my favorite side character. She's the funniest. She's so funny and she's so greedy with her food. Imagine it. They were all assembled in front of their captain. She was eating a potato. The captain came in front of her. What are you eating? She said she's eating a potato. She asked the captain, do you want some? The captain did not answer. She now broke it, not in half, the quarter part. She gave him the smaller part and said, take. So her logic is so funny when it comes to food. She was my favorite side character. Then there's Connor, there's Jane, there's the traitors, Bethlehem, and Rainer. We all know why we're calling him. If you watch Attack on Titan, you know why I'm calling him Bethlehem. Nobody knows how to pronounce his name. And it's fine. It's alright. Because I can't pronounce it. You can't either. So we got to meet other characters. And I think in season 2, part 2, we got to see their island was not the only world that they knew. There was a world after or beyond the sea, because at the end of the day, they conquered Titans and their island was supposed to be free. But that was not the end. Beyond their sea, there is another place that hates them for no reason. The entire world just hates their island. That's what we found out. Attack on Titan just does not talk about friendship or freedom. It also talks about how we all have different perspectives of what we call freedom, how there can be discrimination, there's politics, everything involved, how a little action can actually go far. So Attack on Titan is not just a story it's a story that you watch, you learn from, you understand, you just have a new way of seeing life itself. So if you've not watched Attack on Titan, I am telling you now to go watch it. And if you have watched it and you want to say you don't like it, you have to go back and rewatch it and you will love it, because you have to like Attack on Titan. I'll give Attack on Titan a 10 out of 10. 11 even, because it's just too good. That's it for the anime of this episode. Now, guess the anime of the next episode. So in a world where monsters started pouring in, everybody was giving ranks and titles. The MC of this anime was the weakest, but then they gave him a second chance. In this second chance, the MC is trying to become stronger. But I swear, the MC's second occupation could be farming. Imagine monsters coming out, the MC is there to farm. So the MC is not just only farming, the MC is strong, the MC is fast, the MC is literally climbing so high, so fast, and the MC is an all-round 10 out of 10. That's all. Which anime do you think I'm talking about in the next episode? Let me know in the comments and I'll be waiting. So A controversial opinion or a controversial topic, something like that, is mostly related to arts, creative stuff. I was scrolling on Pinterest this other day looking for aesthetic for my book when I came across a post that said things authors should avoid when writing the male's point of view. And my first thought, and that one I was like, why are we avoiding things? It's like you telling a painter when you're painting a painting, never ever ever use the color yellow or use the color pink or don't ever use this certain color. It's like you are limiting self-expression. And it just did not seem right with me, the idea of you have to limit yourself from expressing, because there's no how where you will not read that post, because I didn't read it. There's no how you will not read that post and you will not have in the back of your mind every time you are doing that certain thing that, oh, I should avoid this thing, I should avoid this thing, I should avoid this thing. Things that you have just expressed fully, you would have limited yourself and blocked out your full creativity. I guess editing, maybe when you're done writing, when you're done with whatever creative thing you're doing, you could come back and edit, remove, revise, modify. But I feel like that first expression, that first time you're doing something creative, it should be clear. It should be free from any avoidance, free from any negative thought. It should just be your full self expressing. Self-expression in creativity should not be limited. That's my take on it. And that's all I have to say on that topic. But let me know what you think. I'll be waiting in the comments to see what you have to say. And that's all for this episode. Breaks over, get back to work. Bye bye.